Hey, another day in the life at the Closet Doctor. It's been so dire here that we had to pull the bookkeeper in to work in the shop. Truth is, best helper I've ever had. This is like the old days when we were working out of the garage, cutting stuff with a table saw. Elise was there. My oldest daughter, I think she got her first stitches from working in the shop when she was like 2. Fell off a cart, split her chin open. Anyways, back in the good old days, Lisa came in. I've been here since 5 this morning. It was a struggle. Interruption after interruption. We had a big job that we've been working on. Had 3 sheets to run to build this island, and they were all like $200 a sheet, special stuff. And the third sheet moved all over the place on the CNC, and so that was kind of like... Urgh. And then the helper was a little bit
a little rusty.
A little rusty, and so we had to make some remakes, and I had to make some of those remakes 3 times. Third time's a charm. But hey, we got it done, and we just ran on the CNC an 11-sheet home office job. We started at 4:35, and I think that was when we started, and we actually ran, the first sheet was their closet that we already did, so we threw that one away. So another fun day. We threw about $500 worth of materials in the dumpster today. And but we got after it. So this last job we ran 11 sheets in like an hour and in 100 minutes, 9 minutes a sheet, all done, stacked, cams put in properly, ready to build tomorrow for the guys. And we're gonna roll out of here now. But it's just one of those things. You got to do what you got to do to make things happy. Happy. It's all the same thing. The one cool thing that I've had working here the last week and a half in the shop and doing this stuff is, one, I realize that I'm not crazy, is that there are things that we can do to make things better and make it easier, and there are improvements to be made. And let me show you some of those things. We've had this, I call it the up-down table on the end of the edge bander for almost 25 years. And we've had one of those, roller things here. We always had parts falling off. Said, hey, there's got to be a better way. So this is our improvement this week. We put a top on it. It's 7 feet tall, and it sticks out over here. So we got longer stuff running off of the edge bander, that stuff doesn't fall off. Since we put this on, we haven't dropped one part. This little guy on the end here is so that I can, when I'm down here at this end, I've got a big long cord on it that I can move it up and down and see where it needs to be. So I don't have to walk all the way back there. Other improvement I made, we made this guy here. This is for, we use it for 2 things. Putting aluminum on doors. We stand the door up in here vertically, hammer the aluminum on. I'll do another video on that another time. And then we also use it for putting these brackets on. Yesterday I was working, it was too low. Added a 4x4 post to the bottom of it from the pallet pile. There's still a little bit left over from that in case we need to make any modifications. Today, this thing, we used to, a long time ago, we had a magnet and it would go right here. But for the last 3 years, it's always been in the screw box when I walk by. So I went and got 2 magnets and stuck it on there. It's got a place now. Yesterday, when I was working on this, had the drills over here and I was having to reach over and it was awkward. So we made a drill station there. So that's that improvement. And then go down to this end. Oh, we got a bunch of stuff down here. Label printer. This had the shelf on it stuck out like 8 more inches. It stuck out farther. And when you had stuff, I like to flip things on the table, get all the sawdust out so that it's on the conveyor, goes into the thing. But this was sticking out, so cut that off today, cut the back of it off, made that nicer. I might have told you I reset this up the other day. We keep this saw around so that we can cut stuff off. And it's always been way over there hanging on a hook. And every time you'd bump into it, it'd fall off and make the fence all messed up. And so today, put a little shelf right here. So at the end of the table, when I've got big stuff that I need to cut up before I throw it in the garbage can, we can cut it up, throw it in the garbage can. So improvement there. Fix this hose here. This had this blue hose on it that was all funky. We put a nice clear one on it. Duct tape's never the answer, almost never the answer, unless it's actually on a duct. The hose clamp kept sticking me in the neck when I was working with it, so we taped that down and fixed that. Our little wear strip was off. We fixed that. What else do we improved a bunch of our SOPs. This one's kind of cool. For items that we consider stock, we ran code and gave it a name and saved it in the file. So like if we've got an extra piece of material, we got an extra half a sheet sometimes, well, we can run garage shelves on it. Or we got, like today I had one that was kind of a piece of, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good enough for closets. It had a couple dents in it. And so we ran that whole sheet for garage cabinets and shelves, and we put those on the shelf. When we get enough of them, we leave them out of a job. Lisa, what improvements did you make in your one day here?
I added some labels, and that one right there, end of the CNC. We didn't know where that trash can went, so we know where it goes.
There we go. That trash can is moved around here the last couple of days, and I found this is actually a great improvement. I got a dumpster right here, but like when you're printing labels off, this talk about some frustration here. And after you peel it off, you got the paper, 1, 2, 3 steps to throw it in the trash over here. Now I've got it. I can just throw it right here. If I've got stuff coming off the conveyor belt, it's too big, I don't want to throw it in the trash, I can just drop it right there and we're good to go. Okay, Lisa, show us your improvement today.
So just a simple one, 2 seconds. So this bin is blank. I didn't know what it was. I was looking for earplugs. I assumed they were in here, and they were. Not what's in here now. But anyway, there was no label on there. And so I went and I printed another label and stuck it on there. And then I found out that there wasn't a Kanban card in there. So I had to go look for Phil. Where is it? You know, all that. Anyway, he showed me where it was. That's just because I don't work in here very often. And so he showed me where it was. We filled it back. We put a new bin in here, filled it back up. So now everybody has hearing protection, and there's a label on it.
Excellent. 2-second improvement. Thank you. Thanks for coming in today, Lisa, and gracing us with your presence.
Oh
it's awesome having you in here and working with us.
It was actually fun.
Another couple of things we did, our contour edge banding station. Hey, we had a whole bunch of stuff leaning over here, so I reset up, rehung the jigs, put in so that it can hang on there better. There's one there, put labels on that, and then we've also got another one that's behind here, and the label is, the flip out table jig is on the back, so it's over there out of the way. And put a new blade on the table saw. It's amazing when you got a sharp blade how well that works. So just a few of the things that we've been doing here, keeping it clean. One thing, just watching the trash can and how you throw stuff in the trash can. We've been at it a whole week and we're still 2/3 full, where before every 2 days that thing would be overflowing to the top, and it's just a matter of taking a look at make sure you don't have anything in here sticking out and having a whole bunch of air. This baby's packed solid. I'm getting my money's worth when we dump that one. So that's Thursday. We're gonna get after it tomorrow and stay ahead.